Stephen A. Schmitty. You know what I'm saying? Stephen A. Schmitty. If y'all don't know what's been going on, man, Stephen A. and LeBron were in a verbal lashing. You know what I'm saying? A verbal back and forth. I can't say a tongue lashing because you know how the climate is. Y'all gonna be all pause, pause. But yeah, man, there was a back and forth between these two individuals, man. When I seen this, I was just like, well, so let's go ahead and see what's up with this. You know what I'm saying? Bruh explains the whole thing, but we're gonna also see it, the video, why it's going on. Let's get to it.
He approached me during the game and he said, "Stop effing with my son. That's my effing son. Stop effing with my son." I said, "What? Nah, man, straight up, man to man. Real talk. Stop effing with my son." And I saw how furious he was. And I said, "We can talk about it later." "Nah, F that. Stop effing with my son. That's my son. That's my son." I said, "All right, dog. Fine." And he walked away. That's all he said. I knew what he was talking about. I've spoken about this before. Matter of fact, I heard that not many, not all, but a few players were upset at me about that. I think one player was Draymond Green, who I haven't spoken to since and has no desire to speak to me primarily because of this, I suppose.
Okay.
And I found out the way that I found out, which was last night. Was Draymond Green, who I haven't. It was LeBron James coming up to me.
Right here.
Unexpectedly,
Here's
I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son. That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was a parent. That was a father. And I can't sit here and be angry or feel slighted by LeBron James in any way in that regard. By all accounts, he's obviously a wonderful family man and a wonderful father who cares very, very deeply about his son. And based on some of the comments that he had heard, or shall I say, I think he thought he heard, he clearly took exception to some of the things that he heard me say.
Okay.
And he confronted me about it. For the record, his agent and friend, Rich Paul, has my number. Maverick Carter, who works under him, has my number. It was LeBron James. LeBron James knows how to get in contact with me if he wanted to.
All right.
He never called.
Okay.
Because had he called and wanted to talk to me, I would have accepted that call. Had he wanted to see me, I would have flown out and I would have seen him and I would have had a conversation man to man.
Okay.
But that is not what he elected to do. Instead, he elected to confront me while I was sitting courtside.
To stand on business in public.
William Morris Endeavor, one of the agencies that represents me, along with Larry David, was sitting courtside. I was with them for the game. And he walked right up to me and he said what he had to say. What I would have said if we were in a different environment, because I was not going to engage in a confrontation at that particular moment in that setting. But if we had that conversation, I would have said to LeBron James, "I never would speak negatively about your son. I was talking about you." LeBron James knows how to get in contact with me if he wanted to.
All right. So this situation right here, quite honestly, Trudy, you know what I'm saying? It's been viral. A lot of people have different opinions about it, you know what I'm saying? Some people feel like Stephen A. has tucked his tail, you know what I'm saying? Like academics, you know me, I watch academics as well as other people, but academics, which is one of the biggest, you know what I mean? He says, like, Stephen A. was tucking his tail, the puss, like he did, you know what I mean? Charlemagne and Breakfast Club, you know, they thought there's nothing wrong with either side, you know what I'm saying? Someone, you know, talks like this, you know, LeBron was addressing it as a father. Stephen A. also responded, you know what I'm saying, understandably and everything. Now, my own take of this is quite, you know what I'm saying, pretty simple. That's been a lot of checking going on in the air recently, bruh. You feel me? there's been a lot of checking going on, man. Wasn't any black side that just checked Rockstar? You know what I mean? Like, what was that last week? Nah, this nigga checking. What's up with these public check-ins, man? Like, niggas is trying to stand on business in public, though. What's good with that? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, look, man. I'm gonna say right now, being completely honest, I think that Stephen A's response was amazing to a certain degree. The end when he starts saying, you know what I'm saying, you could address me. I mean, bruh, yeah, we know that. See, and that's the thing, right? He knows that and all that. He chose to do it, you know, on site. The same thing like Black Simon Rockstar, on site. When I seen him, I gotta say, there's a video I seen where, you know, so LeBron notices that Stephen A is there. Once he seen him, he went there and addressed the business. Now, another thing, they're saying this happened mid-game. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the embarrassing point, like mid-game. Similar thing with the Rockstar thing, right? Everybody right there, checking in public for a man. Like, you see, I took, in my grad school years, I was, healthcare administration was what I was going for grad school for. Didn't finish, by the way, but I learned stuff. You learn about being a leader. Being a leader, they tell you, like, there's a difference from, like, if you're a leader, you know you don't check somebody in public. It doesn't work so well, especially when the person has an ego, especially men, right? You don't check nobody in public. It might work for your ego and look publicly her, but the private talks can breathe more understanding. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to the public standing on business. Standing on business is an ego thing. You know what I'm saying? And if it works for you, it works for you. You know, in this channel, I always say, I'm not trying to convince nobody of shit. I'll give you my response. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you know me. I'm all about peace, love, unity, empathy. But yeah, I definitely think Stephen A responded pretty well. But I definitely think LeBron, just like I say with the Black Sam thing, LeBron, he could have. I get it. You want to stand on business. I get it. You're a father, but you see, this is the thing. Mind you, this is my this is how I would have done it. Like, I'm not, like, I get it. He's a father. He can say what he want, however everybody can live their life, however, I say this on this channel a lot. But would I do that? No. Why? Because regardless of how, I have to have some self-control, especially if I am a role model for individuals. Like right now, what I'm doing right here, you know what I'm saying? I'm sharing my information with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if I am or not, but I'm trying to inspire people to be empathetic. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of my brand. You know what I'm saying? I can't be talking about empathy and then coming here and condemning everybody. You know what I'm saying? As I said, we condemn actions, not people. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying LeBron. I'm not saying nothing wrong about LeBron. He's a great man. He can do it, you know. But I'm saying if I was him, what would I do differently? I would not address that in public. Like bro was just saying, you got my number, you got all these things. Why didn't you address it? Like once the thing happened, call the homie. Like, yo, this is if y'all homies. Now, from what Stephen A was saying, they're not cool. They've not been cool for a while, all right? And if they've not been cool for a while, you know, yeah, then we can understand where, you know, bro might not want to, you know what I'm saying? He might not want to hear that, but he don't want to, you know, he not cool with him. If you're not cool with bro, then that's a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? But still, it would be better to address, you get more understanding in private. You know, like, I don't know if any guys, you know, it's like when you're talking to a girl, like guys in here, right? If you're trying to holler at a girl, you know, okay, I'm gonna say this for the guys that are players in here, you know what I'm saying, because you know, or they've played the game in the streets, you know what I'm saying. You understand when you're trying to holler at a girl, especially if she's a baddie, you don't do that with her when her friends are around. You know what I'm saying? You wait for when she's alone, because people act differently when they're alone as opposed to when they're in the public eye. There's an ego, there's an image. But when they're alone in private, you can get to a certain amount of agreements, and like it's a whole different person. Like I learned that a long time ago. They said they're like 3 different people. You alone, you in public, and then you with your friends or family, your loved ones, right? So if you really want to get an understanding across, don't do that in public. I'm telling you, because I'm just saying, this is, as I said, I learned this in Leadership 101 in grad school. You don't in public, because it's like if you had a job, when you do something wrong, I don't know if anybody's experienced that. You know, most of us got jobs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? When your boss really, you know what I'm saying, disciplines you, yeah, you know you did something wrong, but when they do it in public, hey, you did, it's embarrassing. It gets you pissed. It gets you annoyed. You're not even listening to that. You know you fucked up. You know what I mean? you ain't stupid. You know what I mean? But when you put it for everybody to see, it's like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Now it's like, if I correct that mistake, nigga, the nigga might be older than you, younger than you, whatever it is, but you might be like, bro, we human beings. You know what I'm saying? It's harder, but if they pull you to the corner, right? Can I talk to you after the thing? They pull you after, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's there. They in the office. Even if they drill you in the office when nobody is there, is better. But if they talk to you privately, hey, yo, I didn't like that. It's better. You get more understanding. You're not worried about anybody else. Your focus is right there. It's not too much stimulus. If you want to bring it to biology or psychology, too much stimulus distracts you, right? You know how I like to talk in here. I talk basic, and then I talk, your boy's a biology graduate. You know, just for those that are over the line into the education side, right? So too much stimulus is going to distract you. If you want to talk to somebody, I say this shit even when it comes to dating. This is bro talk, right? Homies and homegirls, this is where we vibe. If you want to get to know somebody, you don't block out all the extra stimulus. You and the person should be the only stimulus. I promise you, it's with anything. If you want to focus on anything, you block out all the stimulus. Same shit. You want someone to really listen to you, block out the stimulus. Don't do that shit in public. Nobody's I'm telling you, it's just gonna be embarrassing to the person and make them look stupid. But because of that, they might not want to do what you're trying to get. So if you really want to reach out to somebody, you don't do that shit in public. Is all I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say with this situation. You know what I mean? But I definitely think that Stephen A. handled it great. I really think he handled it great. You know what I'm saying? I think LeBron has a right to do it just the same way like we're talking about Black Sam. He had a right to check Rockstar whenever he wanted to. Everybody has a right to anything. Stephen A. could have came out here too and tell him, like, bro, I can talk how I want, nigga. I'm a media nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the you talking about, bro? You know what I mean? He could have done that too. So both of them had a right to do whatever the fuck they wanted to. But I think the approach, you know what I'm saying, it's about. It's not a mature approach because mature people still make a lot of mistakes. It's not about mature, but it's about a calculated approach, a logical approach. You know what I'm saying? If I'm talking to this nigga, it's like talking to a bitch in the, sorry. Ooh. It's like talking to a woman in the club. My bad. You see what I'm saying? I gotta watch myself. I apologize. Talking to a woman in the club. It's too much noise. You yelling and all that. It's not sexy. It's not cool. You talk to her outside. Yeah, you can put your suave on. Same shit with women and all that. You get what I'm trying to say, though. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think Stephen A. handled this good. I think LeBron could have talked to him more privately. That's just my point. You know what I'm saying? I think, everybody has a right to do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? For sure. I'd like to hear people's opinions on this.